Harry the Husky throwing a dart right at democracy. Let's get to it in our segment, Unbelievable. So on the campus of the University of Washington, they had something called, you looked at this, Dog Days, Nicole?
Yeah, I think it was probably, they had booths set up along the pathway and, you recruit for different groups, things like that. I'm sure.
And I imagine that all of it was very highly educational, focused at maybe bringing people in to help them further their higher education, or maybe joining some groups to help them form meaningful relationships during their college experience. And there was one booth in particular where they just had some good old-fashioned fun, and Harry the Husky decided to join in.
The video. Hold on, Harry. Whichever one. The big photo one. Go, Harry, go. You got this.
That is UW's mascot throwing darts at the faces of conservative Supreme Court justices. Nicole, could you tell who he hit?
I'm not sure who he hit, but the thing above it says they took away your rights.
Took away your rights, so just throw a dart at their face. I will note that since we saw this video, I've reached out to the University of Washington to ask them if they felt as if this was an appropriate exercise or game for Dog Days. Have not heard back yet. In fairness, I only reached out to them a couple hours ago. Here's the thing. I don't care too much about the mere act of throwing a dart at the face of a political figure, of a politician, but there is no chance in hell that this would be allowed to happen if it were throwing darts at the faces of Democrats or of liberal Supreme Court justices. I mean, this, in my opinion, is an act of free speech. They're not actually hurting anyone. I mean, you could, say that it's like encouraging violence against Supreme Court justices when they've been targeted in the past. I don't think it's particularly in good taste. I also don't think it's in good taste to have Harry the Husky, who's just supposed to be a friendly, mascot doing it. But free speech, fine. But there is no way in hell the University of Washington would allow an act of free speech like that if those were the faces of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris. But because it's conservatives, it's perfectly fine, and everyone cheers him on. It's just the state of our higher education system. And like I said, Butch T. Cougar, it's Butch the Cougar. It is Butch T. Cougar, right?
Yep.
He would never do that.
Never.
He would never do that.